Hey y'all, it's Mary. Welcome back to my channel. Y'all could tell by the title, we will be getting a new car in this vlog. I don't know if we're gonna be getting a new car in this vlog, but I'm hoping that we get a new car in this vlog. I wanted to come and give y'all kind of like a backstory of why I'm getting a new car and just like introduce what exactly going on. I don't want to just like put clips in with music and stuff and just leave y'all hanging on what exactly is happening here. I have a 2015 Volkswagen Passat limited edition currently. I got this car last year from I won't even name the source. There's no reason to. I got this car 2024 September. So I got the car and I knew that the check engine light was on. However, I thought I was getting it from a trusted source. So I wasn't necessarily thinking too much about the check engine light because I assumed that it was for something minor. My boyfriend just walked in, I think. I got spicy stuff on my lips. Thank you.
Take care of the flowers, man.
I will.
Yeah, that's your chance. If you messed them up, we ain't getting no more.
It always come with a threat. Fast forward to January of 2025. I had let my sister drive my car. Also stop and say that the car was having issues prior to me letting her drive it. And on the way to her old school, the car literally stopped on her. Ended up having to get it towed to the nearest like repair shop or whatever. And turns out the entire engine had gone out on the car. So that was my first issue with this car. One of my first like grown-up big girl decisions to get the engine fixed, which was also one of my first mistakes, but you live and you learn. The engine ran me about $2,500 in itself, and that doesn't even count for the labor and stuff, and also the shipping, the towing, and all of that. All around, the repair on the car costed me roughly about $35,000 to $4,000 just for this one issue. Thought I had got it from a trusted person, but I did not. It ended up biting me in my ass, and I learned from that because I don't know much about cars. I thought that by getting the engine fixed, that the car itself would be fixed. Like there would be nothing wrong with it. Lo and behold, 2 days after I got the engine fixed, the check engine light came back on. The check engine light came back on. I took it back to the people who had fixed it, and they were basically like, it came back on because you have a bad catalytic converter. Another $1,000 job. But I didn't end up getting it repaired because for so long I was just getting told by so many different men in my life that it probably wasn't the catalytic converter, it's probably something else, the O2 sensors, there's something else. Like it became this whole big ass runaround. So May of 2025, I started looking for new cars, something that I can get off of the lot that I can just get a car note on, and also get from a dealership that could put insurance on it, so I don't have to worry about the repairs, because simply as a woman getting repairs on vehicles, it seems like the biggest strain because they always want to get over on you. Like you can never just have an honest individual work with you. They always want to somehow get a better deal or get more funds out of you. And me personally, the way that my life has been, I have not necessarily had the most trusted men in my life who could help me, get out of situations like that. I generally figure out my car situations on my own, and it's not to shit on nobody in my life or anything like that. This is just the reality of my situation. I want to be extremely transparent because somebody else might be going through this. I ended up like kind of shying away from the idea of a car note because I'm like, okay, I have this really nice car. I could just get it fixed, the catalytic converter again, for the $1,000 and then go from there. Like I don't have to pay a car note for 5 years compared to just paying $1,000 once, right? The car had been driving smoothly even with the check engine light on. So although you're not supposed to drive like that, I was. Come August, it was time for me to register my car. If you know anything about Illinois license plates, you cannot register your car if you have a check engine light on. So I began like pushing my registration back. I ended up being able to push it back all the way until December. But in that time frame, I was also getting my car inspected. I had this one place inspected, y'all. Why did they scam me out of $200 for an inspection just to tell me that the repair cost was going to be $3,000? Didn't end up letting them repair it. Scammed out of a $200 job, and they basically did not a fucking thing. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I took my car to the shop. I like gave them all of the notes and stuff that I got from that scam as inspection. He called me back with kind of like bad news. I don't even want to say kind of, but bad news. He was basically like, it's not only the catalytic converter, but the turbo of the car, which is how the gear shift and how the car goes, like how the car runs. Again, an issue with the car starting and running. Again, it was like we could fix the catalytic converter and get that code cut off, but a whole nother code would come on for the turbo engine, and the total would be $6,500 to fix the full car. He was extremely transparent with me, and he was like, that's literally a down payment on a new car, and you should not have to repair a vehicle past what the car is worth. I don't usually share like my prayers or my business and stuff, but I asked God to provide me with the clarity that I needed with this car situation, because like I said, this has been prolonged since last year, February. Stressful. It's been a strain because nobody wants to continuously think about their main source of transportation shutting off on them at any given point. At that point, I just took that as a sign from God, and I took that as a prayer answered that I just needed to get a new car. 2026 is going to be the year that I put into work and conquer all of those fears, the negativity that comes in my mind, anything that Satan tells me that I cannot do, I know that I can do as long as God is on my side, because he can do exceedingly and abundantly anything that I may ever ask or imagine. As long as I'm doing the work, my faith is everything. I know that God has a plan for me, and I know that if he tells me to get a new vehicle, he's going to provide everything from the inside to the outside that I need, want, and anything else that comes with having a new vehicle. There's a car on my vision board that I have been praying for since last May. We'll see. You know, I'm just kind of up in the air. We at the first dealership, y'all. We at a Hyundai, and I'm not looking for a Hyundai. Y'all gonna see what I'm looking for when he pull the car around, but he gotta warm it up and all that good stuff. I'm trying to see if I want to go see this Jaguar at this other dealership, but y'all, it's literally 50 minutes away, and we just drove 50 minutes to come here. We are now at the next dealership. It's 8 o'clock right now, and they actually close at 9. So I'm really trying to do this in and out this time because I wasted like shit. I want to say like an hour and some change at the other one, just sitting around waiting. You know, waiting around. We ain't doing that at this one. We will be walking out with the price that I want, just like at the other one. So let's go up in here. Why the car not even here? And let me mind y'all, I do not live close to fucking Skokie, y'all. I gotta drive an hour to go home. So they did end up having the car, as y'all can see, it was in a third parking lot, but it was in that third parking lot because there were technical issues going on with this car, and I believe there was like a repair shop, and they just weren't being honest disclosing that information, because literally in this next clip y'all are going to see the seat doesn't move. How do I scoot this up? Wait, how do I scoot the seat up?
There you go. Is yours move on your side?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't reach the pedals.
Oh, really?
I mean, I can sit up, but that's not gonna.
Does it move forward or just?
Hey, y'all, so it's the next day, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We ended up going to the gym this morning instead of going to look at another car because it just simply was stressing me out. Today I just pray that it's just a little bit better. We're going to look at another Jaguar today. That's really what I want. I think I told y'all that today I was going to go look at an Audi. If I didn't tell y'all, that's what I was going to look at. But the guy actually texted me telling me that they sold it last night, which I feel is just so insane. And it just kind of just shows me how extensive this process really gets. Like this morning he really threw me off. But tis okay. Tis okay. We will see you guys at the dealership when we go and look at the first car. So this is the first dealership. I went to see the Jaguar like I told y'all, but this Jaguar was the base model. It was a 2020 and it's not necessarily what I wanted. The salesman guy didn't know if it had ambient lighting. Obviously it does, but it needed a battery replacement. The full battery had gone out, and when I was test driving the car literally stopped. I can't even make this up. It was so many technical issues with this car. I was not getting it. Then I saw this Audi on the same lot, but it was just a little bit too sporty for me, I feel. It wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for a SUV. I don't want a car anymore. So this was kind of out of the picture, but it was super duper cute. Then they also had another 2018 Jaguar. It was the sports model, but as y'all can see, there is issues with this seat, and they weren't willing to replace that. They also wanted $19,000 for an older model with a lot more miles, which I'm not willing to pay that. And y'all also see it's a lot of scraping, scratches on all the dash and everything of that sort. So I just didn't think that it was worth as much as they were trying to charge. But that's all good. I just ended up leaving because they ain't have nothing for me. Y'all, so we is at Audi. Let's hope for, you know, some good shit, because that Jaguar just had all types of malfunction, disabilities. Everything that you could think of was wrong with that car was wrong. Bye. Now this is what you call a good car. It was in perfect shape. Low mileage. It was the Premium Plus version. It had all the technology that I was looking for. It was extremely clean. It smelled very new. Like, this was in perfect shape. I can't even exaggerate it. And I also believe it was because I was looking at an Audi dealership, and they have to have their vehicles in prestige shape in order to sell them. Like, they can't just sell their cars in any condition, especially because they're owned by a bigger company.
It's looking good. This looking real good.
I'm feeling hopeful with this one. I actually really like that car a lot. Just depending on what the numbers look like, we could be getting that car next week. Honestly, I was feeling extremely discouraged, but I feel a lot better after driving that one, since it's coming from the Audi dealership. To my understanding, they're going to spend up to $800, I think he said, on repairing any issues or damages with the car, so the car basically comes out in good shape for when it's time to drive it. So we about to talk numbers and go from there. It is Tuesday, and we is going to get our car today. Woo, woo. Thank you, Jesus. God is so good. I couldn't do this with nobody but him, and I just owe him all the praise and the glory and all the worship, because God is so good the way that he moved in my life. I cannot even believe it. The story time that I told y'all at the beginning of this, that is no longer me. We are in a whole nother season. We are in a whole nother place in life. And God has just made a way out of no way. I thank God. Because if this is what he can do, imagine what he can do further for me in my life. Y'all don't even know. I'm super excited. I'm ready to go. With my Lulu, that match my car. With my Lulu, that match my car. I'm so excited, y'all. Like, I can't believe that I'm finna go and buy this car right now. Like, I can't even fathom the idea of me finna go sign my name for a damn car.
Without the power of God behind everything I do, I really am completely inadequate.
He says it's impossible, but I know it's possible.
I have a considerable amount of confidence, but it's not in me. You know, it's the work that God's doing in me that makes me confident.